What's up, everybody? This is Phil Rogacki.
And I'm Jared Abergina.
You're listening to Two Tree Guys Podcast.
Hey, everybody. How you guys doing? We're here with the Two Tree Guys Podcast. We're out here at the ArborFest Expo out in NC. And we're doing some great things, man. What I want to let you know is, as far as Two Tree Guys, we're going to offer gear talk. So we have a lot of product people come in, talk about their products, make sure they're safe. We'll also do safety flashes. So we'll send out emails and different types of things to let you know about any types of things that happen throughout the industry, any accidents and why they did, and how we can control those and do better from those. We'll also offer our full length, which is really cool because that's back at home. In California at our main studio, where we can actually do a lengthy type of interview. We talk about anything, whatever you want, just say what you want. Then today we're going to do our mini episode right here, which is about 10-15 minutes. And we got one of a really cool guy that I've been following for quite a while. His name is Tanner
Saraceno.
We even did the practice. We even did the practice.
Saraceno.
Saraceno.
There we go. I'm never going to hack his name again. MMA fighter.
Yeah, right? Come on.
So he's a pro MMA fighter who also does arboricultural work, owns his own business, and is starting to become one of the very recognized in the industry. I'm glad you're here today, man. I just wanted to bring you over here. Let's see what you're doing.
Yeah, so I'm living the American dream.
Yeah, starting a business and owning. So, tell us a little bit about your business. Tell us what you're doing, how you getting there.
So, tell me your story. So, how did you from being born all the way to what got you into tree work?
I didn't even know tree work was a job until I graduated college. I had never thought about, people paying people to cut trees down. We did it in my house when I was growing up, and my dad did it because he actually did this as a job when he was younger.
Okay.
So, I got out of college, and I was just looking for a job I could do during the day so I could train at night full time. And my coach, one of his first coaches, John McMakin, had a tree company in Greenville. I started with him. Worked for him for about a year, and I said, I could start doing this on my own. So I started a few little side jobs on the weekend, and I started pretty much working 7 days a week for him during the week, and then myself on the weekends. It kind of just grew from there. Lots of YouTube, lots of events like this to kind of just learn and grow myself. Then on weekends, I would hire his contract his climber out on the weekends, which he was fine with. I didn't steal him. But I would hire him to kind of start watching me climb and teach me to make me better. And then I just kind of got busy enough where I was able to support myself and not work for him full time. So after about a year with him, I started out on my own. And then my first year on my own, I took a job that winter working full time for a flooring company because it was just really easy work. Good money. I was obviously slow because I was just starting out. Then that spring, it got to the point where I was running estimates and dropping trees when I was on their clock, and then they would call me, hey, we need you in Greenville, and I was over in Spartanburg, so I was like, all right, I'll be right there. So
you shuffled and juggled.
Yeah.
Good for you. Hustle.
I finally got busy enough where I took the leap and stopped working for them, and that year actually they subcontract. It was for a housing builder. They subbed me enough that they paid me what my yearly salary would have been working for them. So it worked out, and then I kind of just kept growing since then, and here I am.
That's awesome.
Here I am.
And still growing, man.
Still growing, yeah. I just took possession of a Powfinger crane last summer.
Amazing machine right there.
Yeah, it's been incredible for the company. I got 3 full-time employees now. We're constantly growing and learning, and it's just been a snowball effect.
You probably say that you're stronger team when you're a little more condensed, so you don't have a bunch of moving parts and people.
Yeah, so I prefer a smaller crew because I've seen how other crews operate, and they kind of have a hierarchy. This is the foreman. He tells the climber what to do, or the climber is the foreman. He tells the ground guy how to do things. We collaborate. We each have an understanding of how to do the job, and we throw ideas off of each other. And if someone has a better idea, and maybe they're smaller on the totem pole, that doesn't mean they can't speak and they can't voice their opinion. And everyone sees things differently, and we kind of work well together like that. my lead guy, I actually train with him, almost every night. He's one of my coaches. He's a black belt at the gym.
Well done.
The youngest kid we have, he trains at the gym. He's a fighter as well. My other employee, Ricky, he used to fight with me back in the day, and he kind of trains here and there. So, I mostly employ fighters. It's kind of just how it works out.
It's really cool, man.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Check it out. Did you know?
Fun fact.
Alexander the Great actually used tree work and logging as a training method for his military, and made them a
Not
white
surprising.
beast
It
out
works.
there. It
Yeah, I
works.
mean, we're all in shape. We don't have guys complaining about, oh my God,
It's just
I
too
need water. I'm cramping. It's like
No,
8:30. We just loaded up the
Fight.
trucks.
We're still fighting.
Yeah, we're still fighting.
This is round one, bro.
Yeah, so it's awesome. We're all kind of have similar interests. We get along. We talk all day, with our communication, and it's fun.
You're actually not the first person that's gone with like a foreman list or crew lead list crew. I've actually heard a few people who have a really good experience with it, and they've actually rolled that program out quite successfully. So it's not that uncommon now. Take that away.
I do it with every. I mean, even that. I'm a black belt myself. In the gym, you still learn from a white belt. You still learn from a blue belt.
Without a doubt.
You never stop learning. And a lot of salespeople say they trust your instincts, and new salespeople do really good at first because you don't know what's wrong. You just try it all.
Yep.
And, you find what works for you. So
Well said.
you do it with true work.
That's that beginner's luck, right?
So a new guy will say, hey, let's try this. And the older guy may say, yeah, you're probably going to get hurt doing that. But you bounce the ideas off each other. So, it's a great way to learn.
Yeah, definitely, man. I understand that as being an ex-boxer back in the day. It's like it's one of the great places to recruit because they operate just like you, and that kind of goes into the flow of what you were saying. How you guys don't really work on a pecking order; you actually just collaborate together.
It keeps morale up too.
Yeah.
Well, I got this dick boss that's just a real pain in the ass to work with. You don't have that,
No.
Well, I mean, you might. I don't know what my guys think about me. Yeah.
We'll interview them next.
They're not gonna say it though. No. What that also does is that brings 100% buy-in from your whole entire crew on your plan. So that already gives you a little bit more success. I like that. I use that on crews myself. Is pull them in for the plan. It's more a democracy on the plan. That way you have your say. You can bring up your word, and then even if you don't like the plan, you had your say.
Yeah.
Someone heard you,
Now,
and then you buy in.
at the end of the day, I
Yep.
do have the final say. So, which works out good because my one climber is very cautious. He operates crane. He's also very cautious. So I'll kind of get him to push that little boundary. You could send that little top, or you don't have to rig that. So, but he's up in the air and he sees it and says, no, we really should put a rope. And I was like, all right, put a rope on it.
Yeah. Final call him.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's final call him. So there's checks and balances. There's no do it and let's get out of here.
That's
Which
awesome.
now that I got the crane, I do contract with a good amount of other companies, and golly, do we see some people who they have their strict hierarchy, and we see some sketchy stuff happen that way, and
Other crane
we avoid it.
Other people, places that have cranes. We used to use like Jared, or we'd have our own climber go with the crane and sub the crane and the climber out.
Yeah.
So instead of relying on them or not knowing where they're at, we then just supply it and say, no, we'll rent you the crane, but our climber's going with it.
Yeah, just for the liability. We don't know what we're working with. So.
Yeah. The grapple saw is a little different
Yeah.
because you can do most of it without a climber. But I've worked with a few where they say, yeah, I got a climber, and we get there and they're, hey, man, I need you to make a shelf cut. I need you to make a V cut.
What's that?
What is that? Well,
Good.
you want a little shelf under the end so it doesn't just go flying. And they just make one cut, and then the other cut just goes straight through. I was like, oh, well, you just cut a straight line.
Yeah.
That's what you did. That wasn't what I wanted, but here we are. So,
I
okay.
asked him to actually do that. He would never be able to produce that.
Give me a straight line.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, he was shelf cut it. Right?
Awesome.
Or psychology.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you. I want to ask you, Tanner. One of the things we want to know, and I think you mentioned it a little earlier, but I want you to go into it a little more depth. Like, who would you say is like your mentor? And this could be for, MMA fighting, which is your future, or even your tree service. But who is the person that like drawed you in, helped change your life, send you in a direction to where you're now being successful, you're now like enjoying what you do?
That's so tough.
There's no one.
There's no one. Obviously, my father has played a big role in shaping. I can work very hard, And a lot of that just stems from, watching him. He woke up 4:30 every morning, worked, 10, 12-hour days in construction, provide for a family. And, no matter what, I've seen him dog sick, he'll go to work. I've seen him cut open, sliced his radial artery in an accident at work once. And he built a chicken coop with like one arm just because he does not stop, and that built into me as well. Sometimes you're sick, and it sucks, but you got to get through certain things.
Yeah.
Don't do that to where you're going to be unsafe. But, there's just no quitting some people, and there's businesses you're going to get sacked, and you're going to take your lumps, and you have to keep going. It's very easy to quit and just, I can go get a job working for any company, probably make pretty good money.
Yeah.
You got to be able to continue and move forward. So
exactly. It sounds like you got grit, you learned that from your dad. That's what impels you. I mean, obviously it's other people that carry you along.
Sure. I've had so many other my friends make fun of me a lot. I would make a Facebook status for everything. Hey,
that's your billboard.
Hey, man.
Hey, what tow companies do you guys use? What's the best climbing software for this, or what's, and who's a good vendor for this? And there's everything you can Google. I have Facebook friends that they've been through that trial, they've been through that. Hey, what mechanic should I use? I've been screwed over by mechanics. If I had made a simple, hey, who should I use? My friends always make fun of me. Just Google it. It's so Googleable. And they'll comment, Google.com. But, I get people that'll...
You want recommendations.
And you're cutting through all that. I can Google 5 people, but, hey, what was your experience with this person?
Yeah,
what was
just see the ratings.
It cuts down so much time.
That's great.
It's like I could train my entire crew to how to climb a tree and cut a tree down.
Yeah.
I can hire you guys to do it. You probably do a lot better than me, and
I don't know about that.
You've seen different ways, and
Yeah.
you guys have a system, and it's kind of like a delegation type thing. I'm delegating Facebook to my Google instead of me Googling stuff. There's so many people that have helped me out along the way. And I'm sure every other company is the same way. Someone's helped them out one way or another.
Yes. That's awesome. Yeah, it's the same goes, man. It's just who you're surrounding yourself around as far as how you're gonna move through life. But I just wanted to know, who was that person that kind of instilled who you are?
The mentality probably came from my father.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, I've always asked him, hey, can I get some? I started working when I was at the house, and as soon as I could pick up an axe, I was splitting firewood at the house. I
so appreciate that.
I grew up in New York, and when I wanted money during the winter, I'd wait for a storm to come through. I'd go up and down the road shoveling driveways. My dad was the one who gave me the shovel. He was the one who told me to go do it. $20 a driveway, and I got spending on it.
That's nice.
So and it got to the point I used to start trading my birthday parties for money. I was like, hey, well, how much would you guys give me a present? We'd probably spend $100 on your party. I was like, just give me $100 cash. I'll need a party. And I used that to do what I wanted to do.
I'm a hustle.
Yeah, I can do it on my own. They helped me a ton, and they showed me the way, and I just kind of kept investing in myself, and here we are.
That's good, man. I'm proud of you, by the way. I've been in the industry 23 years, and I love it when another person from fighting comes in. I know where that comes from. It's even military-based kind of people.
Yep.
You come from a clean, not only
regimented
physical thing, but it obviously we know when the machine's running right, the noodle's running right. Mm-hmm. So that's a big part of, I've been following you and watching you, man.
I appreciate it.
Pretty good stuff. So one other thing I'm going to ask you about, and what I want you to do is I want you to share with somebody tips and tricks, anything that you've learned in the industry, whether it's what you learned through sales, what you learned about people, or even what you learned about gear, something that you might want to share back to the industry that'll help them out.
Ask questions, get on social media. I probably had 10 people come up to me here that, you may not recognize their name or their face because they always got a helmet on or an Instagram handle or something. But, just talk with people. So many people have come up to me and we've just talked, and you learn from that way. And I'd say asking other people's experiences and networking that way, and delegation. There's stuff I hate doing in my business. I hate doing it, and other guys enjoy doing something like that. One thing I hate is repetitive actions. So when I was first starting out, I'd have to load all my gear into the bed of my truck every morning, and I have to unload it every night. It's 200, 300 pounds of gear, over and over. And You got your bag of rigging gear. You got your chainsaws.
Oh,
Obviously, you can't leave your truck. It'll get stolen overnight. And that's one thing I hate doing. I got a guy, he comes in 15 minutes early. He loves to get it taken care of every day.
Takes us 15 minutes.
It takes 15 minutes. That's
his day start.
One little stressor off of me, and it's just delegation has been, obviously, that snowballs into, I don't have to fix every little thing that happens. I don't have to maintain every piece of equipment. I can kind of trust him to do this, trust him to do that. And I'm starting to branch off to, I need training systems in place for the company. So I don't want to have to develop that myself. I'm going to come to you guys to do something like that where I can focus on getting this bigger contract to keep the money coming in.
So you can focus on being a business owner.
Business owner. And
He's speaking like the business owners we love to work.
Yes.
and then
exactly.
eventually I'm trying to, and actually I have questions I'm going to be talking with people about how do I find someone to take over the business role for me where I don't have to be in the office or making every phone call, and I can still, get more networks coming in, and maybe I can get back on the job sites and get back to, what I enjoy doing, which is just cutting trees, climbing, working with the crane, and working with my crew again, and not so much I got to run and go do all these estimates, and they're getting stuff done, but I'm not doing it,
Yep.
I'm supplying it, but, I would like to get out there.
Yeah, I love this, man. There's no micromanagement in anything you
No,
say.
I didn't
So I-
hear
I
any
try-
micromanagement.
Delegate was like, if you guys didn't hear that, the number one thing you get out of this, delegate.
Yeah.
Trust people to get things
Trust.
done for you.
Yeah.
You're
as long
good
as
at what you do and find out what it is, but
You got to
get
have
to
that
what you
trust with those
enjoy.
guys.
I'm on a big military job right now. God, I put in over 40 hours of just paperwork and office work, and the happiest I was when they finally let us on the job to start cutting. And we dropped like 25 trees in like an hour. I was just happy. I was like, I'm cutting again. I'm
called
done with all.
release.
I was like,
Release
and my
and
guy's the same
retention.
way. It was just like, all right, let's get this BS out of. We're done with this. Let's go send some shit. And we got to go drop some trees, cut them up, and just have fun doing what we do.
Yep. The hard part of the business is that side.
Yeah.
That's the hard part that nobody knows about out there on the cruise, and it's the hardest one to deal with, dude. So I get it.
They don't know how many hats you wear as a business owner. Man.
No.
And I don't
No.
like hats.
Yeah. Right. I could tell.
I don't like hats.
I would
Get
say
that
it
hair.
like this, right? It's like, okay, I'm the janitor, the secretary, the salesman, and oh yeah, by the way, I cut trees.
Oh yeah.
Occasionally I get to run a joint.
And I have to do it all in one day.
Yeah. So, and my guys understand that, they don't want, then they have no desire to be part of the business. Because I've asked them, hey, you guys ever want to, sell jobs maybe? And they're like, dude, we don't even like talking to the customers. We can ask them about the job.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I get it, So you got to
That's
have
fine.
that one guy on the crew, I'm not there, but they'll ask the customer, yeah, hey, how's this prune look? Is there anything else you want or anything like that? And they'll do that. But, when they get customers coming up to them, ask them how to price, hey, we got a tree over here, how much to cut it down? They'll call me immediately, and they'll take checks sometimes. They're all super anxious. The customer will give them a check. They'll call me immediately. Hey, where do you want this check? When can I give it to you?
That's
Because they don't even like holding checks. So
No, we don't want that responsibility.
I know they don't want that hat.
Yeah, no,
So-
they do not. Yeah, you're gonna have to find a sales guy for yourself.
Yeah, sales guy, semi-operational manager. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm kind of gearing towards now is how do I find that guy or girl? I don't care.
Blast it on
If
the
you can work
socials, dude.
Social media.
Yeah, blast it on the socials.
Yeah.
Yeah, get out there on that and
Get off
just
Google,
start
get on Facebook.
doing. That's exactly it. That you use what you have, and you got a great community of all these guys.
Oh yeah.
Utilize
I
it.
get so much help from just people think it's cool what I do, that I fight professionally and I do tree work, and like you guys and
Yeah.
super awesome. Like, hey, let's go get on podcast and talk.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
absolutely.
Yeah, right on.
And it's a great community.
Good. Yeah,
that's
it
good,
is.
It really is, man. So Tanner, man, I want to thank you for being on here, man.
No, thank you guys.
Great. You gave us a lot of good information. I mean, I think the industry can learn from you. I mean, I was just blown away when you said delegate. Never
Delegate.
hear a business
What?
owner say
Yeah.
delegate. It's just like,
You
They hold back
lose
from that.
money,
Yeah.
but you make it up, and
it's the gamble you
Yeah,
take to
I mean,
find the right person to do the things.
I've lost money on investing before. I'd rather lose money investing in my own company or take that chance and you make a lot of money. They can help you. They can take your stress down. They can maybe land that job. I was talking with someone the other day, and he said he hired someone at a high salary, and it's a very well-respected one of the instructors here. And they were nervous about it at first, but like within his first 6 months, he saved them half of his salary on some process they were doing where it's like 40, 50 grand. He saved them.
That's
There's his half his salary right there.
There you go.
That was
That
just the
just-
beginning. So
yeah. That was the bonus.
yeah, that's it right there. So take the chance and delegate.
Big time. Big time. Well said. Yes, thank you very much, Tanner. Appreciate your time, man.
Absolutely.
Most definitely, man. So we're going to go ahead and shout out to everybody. Let them know. Tanner, you got anything to say for the last words?
Yeah. Thank you to my company. Thank you to everyone putting us on, NJ Crane Expert, for that. And also, thefightdoctors.com. Thank me later.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what actually, I don't think I ever heard the name of your business. What?
Tanner's Legendary Tree Service.
That's awesome. Right on.
It's got a ring to
But
it.
DBA.
Picture me kicking down a tree.
Yeah, karate kicking. I love it, man.
So Chris Bruner out, Patrick out, but what I want you guys to remember is pay your fee, and that's share your comments, share what you think about things. It's not money we're asking for. We're asking for your comments, for you to relay back to us what you think.
And delegation.
And delegation. We're delegating right now for you guys to comment.
Shirt that says delegation right here. You go.
Yeah, I like that. Let's market it. All right, guys. Thank you very much out there. Have a good day.
Yes.
Appreciate it, guys.
Take care.